Get to the reserve grade match, and then this we saw Penrith. Yes, we did. We saw Penrith, and they're up against which side?
North Sydney, the Bears.
That's right, of course.
Reigning champions, of course, in President's Cup. They were coached last year by, of course, Steve Martin, who did such a wonderful job as first-grade coach with North Sydney this year. Let's have a look at the action from the football stadium yesterday. Very good game. Lots of players here that have had first-grade experience. Let's have a look at Andrew Ford. Start off a very good run here. He's the fullback in possession now of the North Sydney side, and getting away from Craig Connor, and then putting the pace on, getting away from Chris Williams, the half-back, and Ben Alexander, and only a good, strong tackle coming across in cover defence by the fullback, Greg Barwick. And it was a good performance by both teams in this game. There was a stage where I thought North Sydney got back in the game. Their half-back and captain, Scott Gale, former Balmain player, played very, very well in this game. Opening points to Greg Barwick, who played with Canterbury Bankstown last year, had several games in first grade, and he kicked well yesterday for the winners, Penrith. The North Sydney side, big, strong centre in Kelly Egan, who's had a lot of first-grade experience. Player that impressed me, and I think he's going to do well in years to come, David Hall for the North Sydney side. We saw him play well in first grade in the latter stages of the Winfield Cup, and he certainly played well. Here's a try coming up. Long pass by Scott Gale, out to the replacement there in Gary Larson, and the lock forward going in and scoring the try, and a very good try to the North Sydney side. Gale again, short pass on to Steve Hansen, who's played State of Origin for New South Wales. We'll see him score a try off a Scott Gale pass a little bit later on in this coverage. Here's Gale going for the line, getting over it. Referee says, no, you lost the ball over the line. Scott Gale turns, and there it is, a tap from the corner, losing the ball, and Penrith lived to fight on in this game. A little bit of luck for Penrith, coached by Lenny Stacker in this game of football, but they made the most of it. Ball out wide now. This is still the first half. Rod McNeil standing out in the centres, second row forward, former winger, and he gallops through some pretty weak North Sydney defence to go in and score a very good try. Greg Barwick converted it from out wide, and it looked as though Penrith were going to go on and score a fairly easy win. But North Sydney, to their credit, came back strongly, but not before Penrith's big Graham Bradley. They call him the Penguin. You can see why with that running action there. Stormed through a tackle of Mark Soden coming back from a bad collarbone injury, but North Sydney, as I said, got to within 14 points to 12 with this try. Scott Gale in possession of the football now. The dummy gives it on to Steve Hansen, and the big fella goes in, scores a very good try, converted by John MacArthur. That completed the scoring, but a very good game of football, and Penrith kept attacking to the final bell, and finally came up with a try by Chris Williams, their little halfback, who played very well in this game. Grubber kick through. There it is from Williams. He grabbed the bounce and scored the try, and a good win to Penrith by 18 to 12 after being 14-12 with only a few minutes to go. North Sydney, as I said, they never gave up, particularly this fellow Scott Gale. Good game, lack of support here for Scotty. Took the tackle by Barwick, and that was the last scoring opportunity for the North Sydney Bears. Good game of football, won well in the end by Penrith 18 to 12.
Yes, that's right. Penrith 18 to 12. North scored the first try of the match, but Penrith coming back with 3 tries to 2. And the Bears there, the premiers in reserve grade, you reckon they can come back, beat Canberra next weekend and hold on to their title?
No.
In one word, no?
No, I don't think so. I think that Canberra look like being the gun side, coached by Buck Rogers down there in the national capital. They'll be watching rugby league winners at Queanbeyan Leagues Club. They always do on a Monday night. And good luck to the 3 teams on Sunday. Certainly a marvellous football club now, the Green Machine, and they're going to bring plenty of supporters up to Hume on Sunday for the major preliminary semi-finals.
Well,